Hey there, beautiful souls. This is Dilosh from Girl and to Moon, and it's going to be a very exciting time because Sagittarius energy is in the air and it's all about fun, but there is some sort of shift or change in the energies that we normally would experience with the Sagittarius energy. Okay, Sagittarius is fun, upbeat, and time to enjoy yourself. But 2025 Sagittarius new moon energy is a little bit different. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute, and there are reasons why. So firstly, when is it occurring? It's occurring on the 19th of December 2025. It will occur at around somewhere between 8:40 and 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are in the world, you can kind of like get an idea with that time frame. So the other thing is that usually when we experience a new moon with Sagittarius, it's always the last new moon of the year. Okay. Now, the other thing is that this new moon is occurring at 28 degrees. Now, 28 degrees in astrology is known as a critical or anaretic degree. It just means that you will be feeling this very strongly, okay? And everyone will feel this, okay? Everyone will feel it, feel the strength of the energy. Now, what is Sagittarius all about? Okay, Sagittarius energy is all about yes, it's the centaur. It is upbeat. It is a sign that brings in that bubbliness, that sense of humor and fun. But like everything else, there are downsides as well. But I don't want to get into the characteristics of Sagittarius. I just want to kind of let you know what themes we may experience. Okay, so Sagittarius energy relates. It is known as the highest point. So think of it this way: if you're looking at an analog clock, Sagittarius would be like 12 o'clock on the clock, which is the one being Aries will be like the baby or the infant, and Sagittarius is that's the type of energy it is. Okay, I'm not saying it is the last, okay, because we still have well, according to the year, it is known as being the last energy or the last zodiac sign before we get into the the new. And yes, we start off with Capricorn in the new year, but Capricorn is not the infant. It's Aries. Aries is the infant. Aries is the new beginning. Okay, it is the identity. It is the self. It is the individual of awareness of self. Okay, it's not the awareness of self through intelligence. It is the awareness of existence. Okay, it's like an infant is aware of its existence through its senses, like hunger, or it's got a wet nappy, for example. So that kind of awareness. And Sagittarius is the highest of them all, so it's known as the guru, the teacher, the never-ending explorer, the one that's always on a pilgrimage to unravel the mysteries of life, and always in motion, always in movement. It is fire element, so it's always active. So Sagittarius themes relate to things like philosophy, religion, spirituality, different cultures, anything that is in a distant, okay, so it's like, you know, well, you could say that Sagittarius always can be like looking at the other side of the fence, but then again, you know, that's not the real theme here. It's about distant places, pilgrimages, to find knowledge, to find wisdom, to find the secrets of life, existence, the whole thing that we exist in, okay? And now with Sagittarius energy, you may also hear a lot about human rights, because Sagittarius is related to, so you'll have things relating to religion, okay? Because there's the two opposing energies, okay? It would be either for or against, and you know, there's the fear and the love. So you will always, you know, hear about religion, or something about religion going on, okay, or spirituality, or higher knowledge or wisdom or philosophy, okay. It's usually around this time when, you know, you may hear more about things like Nostradamus and, you know, and things like that. So, and there could be also things in the news, you know, about religion or anything associated with religion. But besides that, there will be, you know, maybe new findings, or there could be, because Sagittarius is also associated with justice, it could be like women's rights, animal rights, children's rights, you know, anyone that is the elderly and their rights, for example, okay, anyone that is, or anything that is that requires backup, or like children, you know, they're fragile, anything or anyone that is fragile, the rights of the earth, protecting the earth, protecting the animals, protecting the children. So, but it's not always going to be good stuff that do come through. You may also hear about the negative things that happen to women around the world, or children around the world, or animals, or even parts of the earth around the world. Okay, these things occur because they're kind of like eye-openers for us to be aware, to have awareness of what's happening, okay? So that is the Sagittarius energy, because it's related to justice. Now, we may think that Libra is justice. Libra is the scales, it's not justice, okay? So Sagittarius is all about justice. It is that higher point in the energy. It's the crown chakra, for example. It is the number 9 in the digits. It's the highest vibrating energy, okay? So now I'm telling all of this because this is like the generalized collective energy in regards to what may happen, okay? And the Sagittarius new moon, this time around, when it's occurring, like it is occurring when also, because it's occurring around the 19th and 20th, depending on where you are around the world, okay? So that's when 3i Atlas is also passing by and being really close to the Earth. So the energy of 3i Atlas, because Sagittarius energy is all about the pilgrimage or looking for something higher, it also relates to space. It also relates to what is outside of us. Okay, so if you're looking at another culture, another religion, another philosophy that is outside of your belief system or outside of you, and you're always on this pilgrimage trying to find something, this also relates to space. Okay, so it's also what's out there. Okay, and 3i Atlas will be very close around the same time, and there will also be stuff coming through. Now just know that, you know, the new moon energy, it doesn't happen just during the new moon, or, you know, like 3 days before, 3 days after. The energies are very strong, but it does not happen just on the moon, you know, during that 1 week period. It happens, well, when it happens, the energies of this moon phase will be in action and activated throughout the next 6 months, maybe up to 2 years, depending on each individual. Everyone experiences things differently. Okay, so and it's all about new beginnings. So if you are thinking of starting something new, this may be like something that slowly, you know, like starts off, and then you may start to see something happening in regards to what you're starting new in about 6 months, and it will continue. You'll start to see the rewards coming through within the next couple of years as such. Okay, now this Sagittarius new moon is a special one. Okay, it's not like what we experienced in the past. It's a special one because there are a lot of things changing in the sky as well. Okay, so this moon is actually telling us to come back to reality in a way and ground ourselves. Okay, and to go back to the things that we enjoy doing in the physical realm. Okay, so what else can I say? When we also see during the new moon energy, there is also Venus and Mars, or should I say the new moon is conjuncting Venus and Mars. Okay, and what does this mean? I mean, yeah, astrologers will understand this, but what does it mean? You know, like, can, you know, Dilosh, tell me just what it means. Okay, so it just means that, you know, Mars is the planet of action, and Venus is the planet of beauty and love and sensual pleasures. Okay, so what this means is that you need to take action and pursue what you want to experience. Okay, get grounded and do something. Okay, rather than dreaming about it. It's good to dream, but it's also about getting down and doing something about it. Okay, and we also see the moon squaring. In other words, square is like a hard aspect. It's kind of like it makes us feel almost you know, like stuck, and we get really agitated. Okay, with the squares. So the moon, the new moon, is squaring Saturn and Neptune, and what this means is that we need, you know, if we've been having certain, because Saturn is the realist. Okay, it is where you need to be rational, you need to be real, you need to be grounded, you need to be making time work for you. Okay, so you need to be working with time. It's all about discipline. It's all about the physical realm. okay, doing the best you can in the physical realm. And Neptune is the illusionary world, okay, it's the illusions, the delusions. So it's squaring both of them, okay, so squaring the real and the unreal aspect of our beingness, okay. And this can, you know, how would I say this? So this can be like, you know, where we find the ability to see or realize the difference between our dreams or illusions and our reality, or current reality, okay. And if we've had any old insecurities or doubts or fears where we kind of like ignore our emotions or our needs, this is the time where it's like, you know, where we sugarcoat things, okay. So if we've been sugarcoating something that does not support us, that does not work for us, this could be where we are realizing our boundary issues, okay. And we will be able to discern between our own emotions and what we are tuning into in our environment as well, okay. So there will be closure, there will be completion and transition. All of that will be occurring with these energies. So Sagittarius this time around is saying pursue your inner expansion, okay. Get real, get down to work and do the things that you love and you enjoy doing. In other words, whatever it was that you loved doing when you were a child, it could be like doodling, coloring books or whatever, get down and do them, you know, like start doing them, do what makes you happy, okay. So that's what I'm seeing here with the Sagittarius new moon energy. And I believe, the reason why I'm saying I believe is because I did get some channeling coming through images of Three-Eye Atlas. Now, Three-Eye Atlas is, from what I got through my meditations, is that it is a natural occurring thing in its cycle itself. It's just that we were not aware of it. Now, everyone has their own input into this. This is what I got, and you can, you know, you can accept this or not, you know, just with your own discernment. But it's a natural occurring phenomena. I can't even say the word. It's just that we were not aware of it, and it occurs every so and so amount of years and so forth. It's just something that is part of the system for bringing something back into alignment, okay. It's a natural process, it's a natural cycle, and it has to be that way for it to function in the way it's meant to function. Now, it is affecting all the other planets, it is affecting all the other things in our solar system. It's affecting us because we're all connected, like we're connected to the net. But it works with, and it affects the sun. The sun works with our nervous system, and our nervous system is where we get all the upgrades. That's where our portal is, basically. Okay, so take care of your nervous system, people. Okay, it's very, very, very important. And I would say that this is like a portal opening up to a new way of existing or being. Now, doesn't mean that it's going to literally just unfold overnight, okay? It won't be something that happens overnight. It happens slowly, okay? It's like how technology and smartphones and so forth slowly entered our lives, okay? That's how it's going to happen. And yes, there will be certain things that may come up that relates to UFOs and aliens, extraterrestrials. Yes, they will also come, but you need to be aware of the holographic ones and the real ones, okay? And not, and the channeling that I got was that, you know, you have to stop giving your power away to anything that's outside of yourself, because the one and only creative source resides within every life form and is you. You are like a spark of that. So if you're looking for something that's outside of you to save you, you're on the wrong path. And when we do have these ETs coming down, or according to what I've been told through my channelings, is that they've been here amongst us, and they're usually the ones that are very tall, okay? And we do see some very tall people in our societies now, and they did not come from the sky. They were actually born into this world, because they need to be born to be able to be fully equipped physically for the environment, okay? But they came through with the consciousness or the DNA of wherever they came from, okay? Now, with the new moon in Sagittarius, just want to again go back to the Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is fire element. It's a very active energy. It's fire, okay? And now if I show you, let's see if I can find it, Sagittarius in my, no, that's, there we go, Sagittarius, say the Queen of Wands, okay? If you have a look at Sagittarius as the Queen in the tarot cards, Queen of Wands, she is the witch, okay? The witch means the wise one, okay? The one that knows everything, like the philosopher, the priestess, the sorceress, all of that, okay? The chemist, the scientist, the okay, so the technician, the technological innovator, everything, okay? Everything this person knows the knowledge and wisdom of, okay? So the Queen of Wands is fire energy, and if you have a look at this card in the tarot deck, she's Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo. You can see the lines there. But the Queen of Wands is known as, like I explained, known as the one self-transformative, full of energy, courage, wisdom, all of that energy coming through. Sagittarius is this energy as well, okay? So when we look at Sagittarius, and there's a lot of feline energy. If you can have a look there, there's the black cat, the lions in the background, etc. It is associated with beings from, you know, places that are more feline. So we're looking at, say, the feline beings of Sirius. We're looking at Lemuria, sorry, not Lemuria, Lyra, and these are all feline energy, okay? But when we look at Sagittarius, Sagittarius is pretty much related to Andromeda, okay? it is a revolutionary spirit, and that's what this is like. It's the self-transformative energy, the Sagittarius energy, revolutionary, self-transformative, and you know, seeking liberation and justice, guiding others, and living beyond duality. In other words, Sagittarius energy is more androgynous than okay, and that's why it's Andromeda is the androgynous planet. Sagittarius is also associated with Jupiter. It is the biggest planet in our solar system. It's all about abundance. It's all about well, Jupiter is known as the great benefic, you know, like the biggest beneficial planet that gives you abundance. So there's the abundance of the good if you know how to be with that part of, you know, the scale, because the scale can go to the extreme of the bad. Okay, and good and bad are both just tools for us. They're tools. Okay, don't think of good and bad being good is good and bad is no. Don't go there. They're tools. Okay, they are tools. They're there for us to be able to discern the difference between the two and find what suits us in the present moment. Okay, because our what we want to experience in the present moment can differ as we expand in our capacity. So having awareness, waking up, you've probably been hearing these words: ascension, raising your vibration, awakening, and self-transforming, etc., etc. Okay, these are all related to us stretching our capacity of the nervous system, the brain, the nervous system, the mind, because the brain, the physical brain, is just a processor. It's not our consciousness. It is not the mind. Okay, it's just a processor. So it gives us the ability to, in other words, upgrade our physical technology, okay, to be able to let it do more than what it does. It's basically like saying, okay, I'm going to get a smartphone that can connect to the net, okay, rather than this Nokia blue light phone that does not have that ability. Okay, so if you're having this experience where you're kind of like feeling, oh, you know, I'm in this spiral where I cannot seem to get where I am, I'm always doing the wrong thing and I'm self-sabotaging myself, there is no such thing as that. Okay, it just means that your capacity has not widened yet, and you should not beat yourself up about that. Okay, everyone learns, grows and expands in their own time, and they chose to do it that way. The soul has chosen to do it that way. So do not rush anything, just enjoy the moment. Okay, and that's what I'm getting through the channeling as well. Okay, so let's start this tarot reading for the signs. Okay, so I'm going to start with Sagittarius, because Sagittarius, it's the new moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so let's start with Sagittarius. This is your moon. I myself am Sagittarius rising. And you can always, you can always see a Sagittarius from far away because they have this amazing twinkle in their eye, and they've got this very upturned smile. The teeth are also like, well, Sagittarius is half horse, half human, so the teeth, okay, horse teeth. But doesn't mean everyone's like that, because everyone's chart is different and their appearance will be different. But they will usually have long legs, or long limbs, if not long legs. Okay, so Sagittarius, let's see what comes through for you for this new moon energy. So the new moon is in your first house, or like if you've got Sagittarius sun, it may not be in your first house, because first house is usually the ascendant. But what is it saying to you? Okay, let's see, expansion, Five of Pentacles. This is something that you should not do, okay? It's about you trying to see different perspectives in regards to how you can make your own luck without the fear of loss. Okay, there's something relating to worldly things also coming through. Money, worldly things. Okay, money, something to do with money is also coming through. Okay, it's about realizing that you make your own luck, being able to how would I say, regain the control of your life, okay? And also your personal image is changing, okay? You're becoming stronger, you're changing, okay? Everyone's changing, but during this time, it is more so you, okay? This could be like you're looking at your goals. The hangman here is saying you're kind of like looking at different perspectives of how to do something differently, okay? It's almost like you're reevaluating, okay? And you're looking at your goals, your overall life structure, you're looking at everything. And you will attain very quick decisions, okay? To be able to make these changes. But one thing you need, because we see the strength card there and the expansion of making these changes, but one thing that you need to be aware of is you can be very quick, yes, and the expansion can happen very quickly as well, and you will make your own luck or change your lifestyle or life, which will be very, very noticeable. But keep in mind that your desire or your pursuit for freedom, okay, because this is like freeing your soul, okay, your desire or your pursuit or your goal for pursuing freedom may clash with your responsibilities, especially your financial responsibilities. Okay, so you have to kind of find the middle ground here. But yes, you will be able to make your own luck as long as you are aware of your responsibilities and realize that you have the ability to manifest, okay, the strength to expand and manifest your luck, even in the financial realm, in everything, okay? Because we have the strength card, again, this lion, okay, feline energy. We have the Three of Wands, which is expansion. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about, it's like winning the lottery, okay? But it can go the other way and you can lose, okay? So this is saying that you make your own luck, and we see the feline energy there of the fire energy coming through, okay? What I explained before, that relate to the planet Sirius and Lyra, okay? So it's saying that you have the strength, you have the ability to expand, yes. The energy or the characteristics of these beings are also part of you. They're coming through, okay? You can pursue to change something in your life, to expand. But when you have the fear and you lose your courage and you lose the strength, okay, and you act with fear and not love, then there will be loss in finances or money. Jupiter is the biggest planet. It is all about manifesting in abundance. Now, manifesting in abundance does not mean it's always going to be good. It could be the abundance of responsibilities. It could be the abundance of never-ending worries and issues. Okay, so it depends on what you're looking at. Which perspective are you looking at? How do you see your world? How do you, and what is it that you want to you want to explore, what you want to expand in? Whatever you think and you take action in will expand, your life will expand in that way. You make your own luck. So instead of having that fear energy where you lose your courage and determination and you lose your self-awareness of what you want to, so when I say losing your self-awareness, it's like, deep down, you want to explore or experience it this way, but somehow you suppress that and do it how everyone else is doing it, okay, so that you don't stick out like, a weirdo, for example. If you do it that way, what you're doing is you are going against your inner passion. You're going against love. You're going against, your inner passion is love. You're going against that, okay? So instead of going against it, you need to go with it. You need to flow with it. You need to not the Hangman here is all about going with it, okay? Going with that feeling, going with that perspective, going with that desire, that passion, not against it, okay? By being aware of the total opposite of that. So it's saying, if I took the total opposite route to what I want to experience, then my life could look like this, and this is how I would feel. Now, it would be a vague kind of understanding because it can't be, a very clear understanding. It will still be a vague kind of picture or understanding of what may occur, but this is saying you will know. So which road are you going to pick? Because it's up to you. The Wheel of Fortune is saying the ball is in your corner. Which way are you thinking of taking? So if you're thinking of taking the pursuit for freedom without, you know, disregard of your responsibilities and the people, you know, around you, and just do it your way and, you know, walk your path that way, it can turn into a lot of financial issues, maybe loss of home, loss of friends, loss of, you know, lots of losses. So yes, you can choose freedom, but with awareness of which way this is going to expand, because you make your own luck. You make your own reality during this time. That's what this is saying. Okay, so that's what's coming through for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so enjoy the moon energy, and just know that, you know, this is something that's not going to be only happening during the moon. It will continue happening up until the next 6 months, maybe up to a couple of years. You know, it depends on how strong it is highlighted in your chart. So enjoy the moon energy. Okay, so next we've got Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see how this Sagittarius new moon energy is going to be affecting you. Okay. Okay, so Capricorn, during this time, you will be, when we look at astrology, you will be in the 12th house, which is the house of, it's a very spiritual house. It is associated with the past. It is associated with your inner world. Okay, maybe your subconscious, your inner world. So let's see what comes through the tarot, because the tarot is only a tool, visual tool to what the information is. Okay, so first things first, saying that you should get ready to be more social, okay, towards the end of the moon energy. Okay, but during the moon energy, we see the Queen of Cups here. It's saying that there is some sort of inner transformation occurring, healing. It's an internal thing, okay, an internal, hidden, inner transformation or healing that is occurring. Okay, it's also related to the subconscious. We see all that water there. It's deep down at the base, which represents the subconscious. Okay, it's really good to listen to yourself during this time. So if you're having a lot of information coming your way, you know, from your external environment, from technology, from the people around you, etc., it's saying shut your eyes, okay, close your eyes, shut your ears, and go inwards. It's a time to go inwards, not to let anyone make you feel confused. We see this here. Okay, so this sword can turn into this sword energy, which is being stuck, being, you know, stuck with fear, being stuck with this energy of, you know, the mind is playing a game with you and saying to you, you can't do this. You need to fear that because it's in your belief system. You need to fear that person because they are high above you. Okay, so basically, when you are affected with your affected by your external environment, the information that's coming through will make you go through this negative experience. And this could happen, you know, up to 2 years. We've got 2 there. Okay, even there we've got 2. So up to 2 years, it could be relating to something that relates to you, to your life in general. Okay. So listen to yourself. Go inwards and listen to yourself. Listen to what your heart is saying. Okay. And it's also saying that you need to let go of something from the past. Okay. And you need to cleanse the soul. You need to really clear what's in your subconscious, deep down in your past. Okay, this can also relate to past life or ancestral cleansing. So if you've had, say, we now know, you know, that genetic situations are not, it's only 1%. Okay, and there's a thing called epigenetics. So if there is something that is, you know, a genetic situation in your family, you have the ability to override that through your lifestyle, through healing processes, and such as, you know, somatics. I'm getting through the channeling, I'm getting somatic work. Okay, somatic work is what you can try out. Energy healing is good, but somatic work is what you can try out, because you are actually going with what your body wants to do. It may want to curl up, it may want to stretch out, it may want to be in an awkward position like a pretzel. So it's totally up to how you feel within the moment to be in as you're doing the breathing and so forth. So I personally don't know how somatics work, but that's what came through. Okay, and that's what this is saying here. It's a cleansing of the inner work that relates to your past in some way, and whether that is your past in this life, your past in your past lives, or your past relating to your ancestral line, such as genetics, you have the ability to clear that out, cleanse it from your soul. And it's a time for you to transform into a more resilient person, your constitution is becoming stronger physically, mentally, emotionally. Okay, the resilience is coming through. We also see that with the Two of Pentacles, you are having this resilience, because the Two of Pentacles, besides what we see as money there, it also represents being able to ride the waves of life. You know, it's like by understanding your values in life. Okay, so we see that coming through. Yeah, it's like, you know, looking at your value system, and looking at what it is that you need to do as you go through the ups and downs, and just enjoying and being in the moment. This is actually saying, you know, remember in the introduction, if you listen to it, if you haven't, go to the introduction and listen to what the Sagittarius energy may be doing in general. It is saying that you need to, because the Pentacles are earth element, they relate to the real material world, and it's saying that you need to ground yourself and do something that you used to love doing when you were, you know, younger, or in the past. Getting back to the past, doing something that you enjoyed doing. Okay, and this is something that is physical, like, you know, arts and crafts maybe. Okay, and this is a way to ground you. Okay, the Three of Cups here is saying that, but you're getting ready to have a little bit more of that social, celebrating life, the joy of life, sharing that energy with others. That's coming through also towards the end of the month. Okay, So that's what I'm getting for you, Capricorn. Enjoy this Sagittarius new moon energy. Okay, so who have we got next? Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly jot this down. So Sagittarius new moon. Okay, so we got Sagittarius in the first house and Capricorn was in the 12th house. So Aquarius is in the 11th house. I just needed to write it out because it's very hard to well, it's not hard, but it's better if I write it down. Okay, so Aquarius, the 11th house is in astrology is known as your social circle, okay, and your hopes for the future. It can also represent organizations, the community, etc. But let's see what comes through with the messages from the visual tools, the tarot. Okay, let's turn them over. Well, we've got this community energy coming through, but let's see. Okay. All right, so what I see, this new moon in Sagittarius is actually relating to your social circle or your community or your immediate environment. Okay, this could be your family, your extended family, your community, the people that you know, your friend circle. It could also relate to your colleagues, the people that you work with. Okay, and also relating to your future plans, what you want to manifest into your life. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune there, and you're looking at what you want to manifest. Okay, looking at all different options here. So your social circle and future plans, your hopes for the future. Okay, you're kind of like energized by this new moon, because I see you being very creative. Okay, creativity, and also something to do with children. Okay, maybe children, or yeah, I'm getting like children coming through, because the Empress card here represents a mother figure. Okay, so it could be, if you're a female, you know, connecting with your children maybe, or if you're young and married, or, you know, wanting to have a child, maybe you find out you're pregnant, or maybe your children are expecting, you know, something like that is also coming through, because it's like hopes for the future. What is it that you hoped for? What is it that you wanted to do? Okay, as an Aquarius. I have an Aquarius friend who was saying that she wanted to restart her business within the community where she opens a stall, doing creative things. So there you go. Okay, so she was doing, you know, handmade creative items that she can sell on her table in you know, in the stall, within the community. So that's one way. Okay, So it's a very energizing moon for you, Aquarius. That's what I can say. The thing is, you may meet brand new people, because we're getting this death card here. So it's saying it's not going to be the way it was ever. Okay, it's going to be like a new energy. The old energy is completely gone. Expect new energies to come through. So you may meet new people. You may be connecting with groups or group projects within the community. And this could go towards, you know, your long-term goals. It's almost like reconnecting with the things that you love doing, okay? And doing this within the community. It has some sort of connection to community or your social scene, or it's like a place where you do all your creative stuff, and it's always social. It's like, you know, people are always there, okay? And for you, mostly, because we've got the death card here, for you, mostly for you to be able to manifest this into your reality, to make it happen, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is like making something happen. You have the control to, it's like, you know, predetermine something into your life. It's like you say something and it's magic, because your words are spells. And it happens, for example, okay? So even like, you know, things like premonitions, tapping into the energetic field, you're seeing the possibilities. They're not definite. They are just different alternative possibilities of what could happen, okay? And the more you get stuck on that energy, you make it vibrate more and more and more, and you make it manifest, basically, okay? So we're like magnets, okay? So before you can realize these outcomes, you need to overcome some internal fears or obstacles. You need to completely get rid of them. You need to delete them from your life. You need to end them, okay? So once you end these fears, it could be like you want to move somewhere and you're afraid of what may happen, because you don't know what to expect. Would I get a new job? Will I be able to find the right home? Blah, blah, blah. Will the people that I live, you know, in the community, will they resonate with me? Will I be able to make new friends? You know, you will have fears and feel insecure, but if you stay where you are and don't make that change because of the fear, you will get stuck where you are and will not be able to experience what your inner desire or your inner craving is asking you to do. Because those inner desires or inner cravings, we see that in the Seven of Cups. I mean, a lot of people see this as different as the Seven of Cups, but I see it as, with this deck specifically, it is your higher self or your guides telling you, the avatar, or your soul telling you, the avatar, that you need to go that way because for a reason, and whatever the reason, it doesn't matter, but you get these inner cravings or constant desires, or a sudden surge of energy where you want to go left instead of right, for example, okay? These little nudges and cravings and so forth, your inner passion, are the guides or your higher self making you do that. That's the way they guide you. They don't have a full-on conversation with you. They don't come and whisper into your ear. They don't tell you what to do. They make you desire it. They make you crave it. They make you constantly think about it or imagine it, or get a sudden surge to do something, you know, jump in your car and go for a drive, for example. these are the things that we need to do and not suppress. Okay, when we have fears, we suppress them and they start to bubble up inside, and it starts when the guides are actually starting to scream. When you get this burning feeling in your gut, or you get this churning that you have to do this, okay, you just have to do it because the place where you work is killing your soul. You just have to get out of that place, for example. That feeling is when it gets stronger and stronger. First it was a nudge. It was like, I'm telling you, do this. Then it was like, come on, go ahead, do it. You can do it. And then it started to scream at you. It was, you know, it gets to a point where it's screaming at you, and if you do not do anything about it, then that is put into the universe to act on it. Okay, something will happen externally that will make you go that way. Okay, so that's what this is saying. If you have to be there, if you have to be in that position, if you have to experience that, you will. If you listen to your inner self, you will take the less traumatic path, and you'll just do it and it'll be over and done with. But if you hold it and hold it and hold it and hold it, then it's like, you know, if you have a symptom, you go in and deal with it and it's done and over with. But if you hold it and keep, you know, putting up with it, keep putting up with it, and then it turns into something bad, and then you have to deal with it, it becomes more traumatic. Okay, it becomes more the hard way. So that's what this is saying. It's saying listen to your internal nudges, your dreams, your desires, your cravings, your whatever it is. Listen to them and act on them. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, Aquarius. And once you do, we get the Empress card here, which is saying, you know, your life is going to be very creative and fun and enjoyable. And something to do with children also, okay, is coming through. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, so enjoy the moon energy. Okay, next we have Pisces. So Pisces, let's see what comes through for you in this Sagittarius new moon energy. So astrologically, Pisces is in the 10th house. Okay, so Pisces, I'm just writing it down. Pisces in the 10th house. So the 10th house it relates to your reputation. It relates to your career path, maybe your work, the work that you do. It could even relate to how you're seen. Okay, such as your identity, you know, like your marital situation, for example. Are you single? Are you married? Okay, so it represents your stance in the world, how you're seen, basically. And it can relate to career status, like I said, but it's not just about career. This is what I see. The 10th house can relate to, because not everyone has a career. Okay, you could be a female live-in wife and mum, for example. That could be your career. So your marital status is married with kids. Okay, so it's not just about work or work or career. It's about how you're perceived in your environment, from, you know, your environment. It can be it also relates to the house of recognition, you know, being recognized as a wife or a celebrity or whatever it is that you do, okay, like a healer, a doctor. So how you're recognized, okay. And it can relate to career, okay. It's not just career, it's how you're recognized, and it can relate to career. It doesn't have to. You could be a child going to school, okay, so it can relate to a student. You're recognized as a student, a child, okay. So let's see what comes through for you, okay, Pisces. Let's see. How are you recognized? So the new moon is all about, you know, all new moons relate to new beginnings. Okay, and it's like relating to you desiring to start something new that relates to you being able to put yourself out there, okay. It could be relating to starting a new project. It could be relating to getting a promotion, changing a job, it can relate to changes in your professional life as well as personal life, because I see home being grounded at home as well, the luxury of your home. So the Hierophant here represents consulting or teaching. It can also represent institutions, you know, where it could be like a school where you work, for example, okay. It can represent places of, you know, like if you're working for a industry, okay, the place where you work in that industry, okay. So it's saying that you will be guided. There's guidance coming through. The Hierophant is saying there is guidance coming through that relates to where you work or how you want to be perceived, okay. It's not, like I said, it's not just about work. Not everyone works. There are people that are retired, okay. Not everyone has a career, but they will have something that they love doing, yeah. I mean, if you're retired, you're at home and you are not working, I'm pretty sure that you are doing something that you fulfill your day with, okay. It could be something besides chores. It could be something that you love or enjoy doing, okay, like a hobby or yeah, there's absolutely something that you enjoy doing. Everyone has something that they enjoy doing, and this changes consistently. It's not like it has to be all the time the same thing, okay. At times it could be like, you know, you just love doing I don't know, it could be some ironing, I don't know. Okay, and then at another time it could be like you just love baking cakes, or you like spending a lot of time in your garden, okay. So whatever this may be, okay, it is allowing you to make a fresh start in your daily activity, as in career or whatever it is that you do to fulfill your day if you're not working, okay. And it's also a great time to begin a new project, okay. Or like if you've always liked baking cakes, for example, you may decide to go and learn how to do more, okay, just to like fill up your day. You may not need to, but you know, it's like something that you just enjoy doing. You may decide to go and swim. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is that you do, whatever it is that you love to do, okay. If you're not working, you may decide to start something new, or if you've been doing it for a while, maybe like pick it up to a higher notch. Okay, doing something a little bit more different, or doing it in a little bit more different way. Okay, but if you are someone that works, it can relate to your career or your job, where you may get a new direction, a promotion, or changes in your job, or the way you do your work is changing. But these changes, because I'm seeing the responsibilities there, okay, and it's like too much pressure on you. It's almost like, you know, these changes that are happening can be like you're having a bit of a difficult time finding balance between your professional and personal life, or your hobbies, or your daily stuff, and your home responsibilities, for example. Okay, so if you're like someone that, say, goes to the gym, goes and swims, for example, or does something, if you're not working, that is fulfilling your day, and you're adding a little bit more to it, so you're having a bit of a hard time finding balance between your home responsibilities and what you're doing. Okay, responsibilities is not just chores. It's like spending quality time with the people that you love. Okay, so there could be conflict between your responsibilities, and these responsibilities are probably stemming from your environment. Okay, so whether it's your social circle, or your home, you know, your friends, your family, etc. So what this is saying is that you need to find grounding. Okay, you need to ground yourself. Grounding is spend some time alone if you can. Okay, spend some time alone, and have those healthy boundaries put into place. Find the ability to bring the scales into balance between yourself and the other person. So don't let it be all about the other, whatever it is that you're putting your focus on, whether it's the other person, spending quality time with friends and family, and work, or time that you have with yourself, whatever it is that you do, and your responsibilities at home, and your responsibilities towards loved ones. Okay, so it's all about finding the balance there. And what you need is, you need a good sense of boundaries, healthy boundaries. Okay, and finding the balance, harmony. Okay, that's what I'm seeing there. Otherwise, family issues could arise. Your home could end up in a havoc, and it could cause a lot more tension on you, where you're like, oh, it was good having all of that time, or it was, you know, a situation that I had to face within my work field, or it was a great time having, you know, doing that project, whatever it is, but now I have to deal with all the stuff in the home. The washing's piled up, and this has to be done, and I have to do my errands, and so forth. Okay, so that's what it's saying. You just need a good sense of balance with everything. Okay, once you have the ability to balance things, you should be okay. Okay, but there are changes coming through in your, if you're working, your professional life. I see that coming through. Okay, so that's what I see for you, Pisces. Enjoy the Sagittarius new moon energy. Okay, so you weren't last this time, Pisces, which you always are, unfortunately, in the astrological readings. Okay, moving on. Let's move on. Next we've got Aries. Okay, so Aries during this time is in the 9th house. Okay, talk about Aries. I'm just writing it down. So Aries is in the 9th house. Okay, so what does this mean, Aries, for you? Oh, 9 of Wands. So it can relate to boundary issues. It can relate to wanting to go travel somewhere, but you're having issues that relates to boundaries. Okay, but let's keep going. Let's see what else is coming through. There's like a breakthrough, break free, breakthrough, break free energy coming through with a tower there. So this new moon in Sagittarius is a fire element, just like you, Aries. You're a fire element as well. And excuse me for that, just zipping up my coat, jacket. So Aries is in the 9th house, which relates to the house of the guru, the traveler. Okay, so the 9th house is originally the house of Sagittarius. Okay, and I did, like talk about Sagittarius themes in the introduction, if you want to go back and listen to it if you haven't. So it's all about philosophy, long-term goals. It relates to distant places, relates to spirituality, religion, and justice. So what is this saying? It's saying that 9 of Wands, you want to travel? You want to travel somewhere? And it's like, but you're having issues. Maybe passport, ticket, wrong time, maybe wrong place. Maybe you want to go somewhere, but it's not safe to go there as yet. Maybe there's war, it's a war zone there, for example. So whatever it may be, there are boundary issues, okay? And there's also a desire to, how would I say this? It's almost like you're looking at your belief systems, okay? Because we see religion, we see here also relating to distant, maybe long-term, but also distant places and their cultures and their beliefs and so forth, okay? So if you're a working person, this can involve your career. If you're not, it doesn't matter. It can involve your life in general. It involves philosophy, belief systems, and this is where you are looking at your life and you're questioning your beliefs. Okay, you're questioning your beliefs and you want to learn something new. Okay, we're getting that wanting to learn something new. You're planning a trip, and there's, and there will be some sort of experience or something that will radically change your perspective on life. Okay, we get that as well. That's the breakthrough and break free experience. There's a radical change coming through in regards to your perspective on life. Now, your career path or your belief system, okay, may limit these new beginnings. okay? Even though you strive or wanting to strive these, it can limit, it can like suppress, okay, push it down. It's telling you not to lose sight and clarity of where you want to go, what you want to experience, okay? And it's saying that you need to have balance, okay? You need to have balance in your life. So if you're doing something that is out of balance, it can cause you to go the wrong direction. It can cause you to go towards the wrong direction, okay? Kind of like sit with it and listen to it, or sleep on it, you know, before jumping into action, okay? So that's what I'm getting. But yeah, there will be like a desire to learn something new, and you're planning a long trip, and there's a radical change that relates to your perspective on life as well, with the Tower card there, okay? So that's for you, Aries. Enjoy the Sagittarius new moon energy. Who have we got next? Okay, we've got Taurus next. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what comes through for Taurus. Okay, so Taurus. Now Taurus for the Sagittarius new moon is in what we call in astrology the 8th house. Okay, so the 8th house relates to shared financial matters, and also your values. It can also relate to hidden enemies. Okay, now what does this mean for you with the visual tool, the tarot? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so with the Tower card here, we see a breakthrough, break free energy coming through. Okay, so the Tower card, a lot of people are afraid of this Tower card, like they're afraid of the Death card. It doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that some things that, you know, you put your values on, what you built your dreams on, didn't have a very stable or secure foundation, so eventually it was going to fall. It's like playing Jenga. Okay, it doesn't have a very stable foundation, so it will fall until you build it up again, but you build it with a secure foundation this time. So that's what the Tower card means, and it can feel very, very traumatic within the time frame when you do go through the process, but after you have gone through the process, you'd be saying, looking back and going, I'm glad that happened, because if it didn't, I wouldn't be able to do this or be here or be the way I am, etc. Okay, so it's just another experience that you'll go through in life that happens very quickly, suddenly, without your awareness, out of your control, basically. And the Tower card is a major card, so it can relate to a collective situation that is out of your control. Okay, it can, well, it usually does point towards something more collective, but it can be at the personal level as well. So Taurus, with this new moon in Sagittarius, we see money. We see money, okay, especially here, financial matters. And like I mentioned before, the 8th house relates to shared finances, whether it's through family, through business, through partnership, whatever it may be, okay. And also your values, okay. What is it that you value? You're looking at your values here as well. Now, there is a new beginning, okay, because you're moving on from something, and something is coming to pass that you have wished for, okay. Something has or is about to come to pass, and you're moving away from some sort of financial situation that is giving you a sudden sense of freedom, where now, Taurus, you don't like change as much as maybe the other signs, okay? So this could be like something that may feel like a major occasion or experience for you, whereas for someone else it may feel like a refreshing experience, okay? So situations related to a new phase relating to your financial or values, financial matters and values, your shared finances, debts that you may have, or financial agreements that you may have. And it could be like you applied for something like a bank loan, for example, and it's arrived. That's the wish coming true, or it's going to arrive. The possibility is there, okay? The possibility is there. Now, nothing's set in stone. It's just giving you an indication that if you did apply for something like that, there is a strong chance that this could come through as approved, okay? It can also be an inheritance or something that family is assisting you with, okay? What else am I getting here? You're asked, what I see is that, you know, you're asked to move on from situations that may leave you in the consequences of experiences that you ended up without making careful decisions, okay? Your perspectives are very important, because we do have the Tower there, we have 8 of Cups there. So this is what it's saying to me. It's saying that you may face a serious test on your perspective. And if you value money and material things a lot, more than anything else, this may be something that your perspective on that may change, okay? I'm getting like changes coming through. So there is a serious test or a shift in your perspective, and you're questioning your life in a way as well, about your values and your material abundance, you know, like money and what you already have, etc. So there's a bit of that there, and you may even decide to walk away from what you wished for in regards to material abundance, what you thought material abundance to you was. You decide to move away from this idea or belief. There's this sudden change of perspective, or sudden change if you're not taking the change or making the change in your life. You're being pushed towards by a greater energy, okay, the universe, you're being pushed towards the direction where you have to make the change. Okay, so that's what the Tower card is all about. It's about you're going through this awe and, you know, like huge, unexpected, maybe even, you know, according to your how would I say it, how you would consider change. Okay, if you are very afraid of it, it could be tormenting, you know, like it's like a tormenting type energy. But if you're open to change, it will be a refreshing energy where it will be like a breakthrough rather than a breakdown. Okay, so the Tower card is like either a breakthrough and break free, or break down and break free. Okay, so which one would you like to choose? Break through and break free is probably the best choice than break down and then break free. Okay, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, you know, your thoughts and ideas, your beliefs relating to your values, your relating to money. Okay, because we've got the Queen in this position, which represents the situation that is not working for you. Okay, yeah, having the money may not actually work for you, or the money that you may, for example, if you applied for money through a bank, like a loan, and you're waiting for it, and it was like a wish come true. Okay, and now you're thinking, no, I don't want that, I'm going to move on from that decision. I'm not focused on the money, I'm more focused on my values. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense. In a way, everyone's experience is going to be different, but the main theme is relating to your money versus your values, your beliefs, not so much your beliefs, but your values and your beliefs in both of those. And there is a breakdown or break free, or break, what did I say before? Break down or break free, or break through, break free. Okay. So there's that coming through. Okay, so yeah, that's for you, Taurus. Okay, enjoy this Sagittarius and new moon energy. Okay, next we've got Gemini. Gemini, you are the total opposite sign of Sagittarius, which makes you the sign in the 7th house. Okay, so the 7th house is related to relationships and serious commitments, such as business partnerships, for example. Okay, so wherever you have signed an agreement to be in a partnership, this house involves that. It's not just marriage, for example. Okay, so relationships such as you know, again, marriage, or partner, or girlfriend, boyfriend, even like relationships with, say, other people, okay, in general, could be also affected by this energy, but it's mostly serious commitments, okay, which involves marriage, which involves agreements made at the soul level, yes, but also agreements where you have signed some sort of legal document to be part of a situation. Okay, so which is partnership, or it could even be like, you know, you sign some legal document to be a part of a sale of a property, for example. Okay, things like that as well. So let's see what comes through for you, okay? Oops. Okay, let's see what the tools are saying. Okay, firstly, what I'm getting is that you probably want to be alone. Maybe you want alone time, okay, to kind of like process what's happening, okay, because I'm getting that with the Nine of Pentacles there. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is a re-evaluation kind of energy as well, okay. It does relate to money, it does relate to luxury, yes, it does relate to a lot of money that you have, you know, reaped the rewards of some sort of project. But it's not just money, it's about something that's happening in your reality, okay. So if you put effort towards, say, growing a seed and now it's sprouted, okay, you are reaping the rewards of that seed. If you put a lot of effort towards a relationship and now that relationship is becoming serious, you're reaping the rewards of that relationship, okay. It's that kind of energy here, the Nine of Pentacles. But the Nine of Pentacles also has another side to it, which represents wanting to kind of like be in your own zone, away from everything and everyone. It's almost like this hermit energy, okay. So it is saying it's an ideal time to start something new, okay. But to be able to start something new, what we're getting is that you really need to go deep, think with a rational mind, not like imagining or, you know, having an imagination, etc. You need to be very rational with your decisions. You need to be very realistic, grounded, down to earth kind of, you know, like decisions, commitments. And Five of Wands, Six of Swords, they're kind of like looking at, you know, letting go of fears, letting go of ideas and thoughts and belief systems that relate to how you connect. We also have this Four of Cups here, which represents the idea of being disconnected or in apathy or resentment or regret when it comes to connecting with others. It's almost like you don't resonate with anyone, you don't seem to be able to connect with anyone, to be able to communicate or share anything, okay. There is hardly any connection occurring here. So that's in the downside, which represents not to get yourself into that mind frame, okay, or emotion, because it's a Cups card. So if you are on the verge of starting something new, like a relationship or a partnership, or you want to take the next step in your current one, okay, like getting married. Can you see that? It's like, instead of the ring, this one is like presenting a crown, okay, saying, will you marry me? Let's expand our lives together, okay. So, and it's saying that you may actually make quick decisions in relationships, okay, because it's a fire energy here. It's like action. So you may make quick decisions in relationships, but it's saying that you really need a grounded perspective where you're serious about commitment, okay. There needs to be some sort of discussion done in regards to shared responsibilities when it comes to partnered relationships, okay. You need to let go of fears, doubts, as well as mindsets and beliefs that do not serve you. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm getting here for you. Okay, and if you feel like you're disconnected from a relationship that you started, it means you're not on the right one. Okay, kind of telling you to have a look at that. Or even people, like, you know, that you connect with, a partnership, a business partnership, if you feel like you can't seem to resonate with them on an idea, or even the people that you are thinking of partnering up with, it's not the right path. They're not the right people. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So really, really reevaluate your situation in a rational way, very seriously, relating to commitment. Okay, so that is for Gemini. Enjoy the Sagittarius new moon, Gemini. Okay, let's move on. Who have we got next? We have got Cancer next. Whoops. Okay, just gonna move up on my table here. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, let's have a look and see what comes through. They're really jumping, aren't they? For the Sagittarius new moon. Page of Cups, Three of Wands, Four of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and Ten of Swords. So Cancer. Now Cancer, during the Sagittarius new moon, you're actually in the 6th house. Okay, so the 6th house in astrology represents your health and your daily routines, whether it's at home or at work. Okay, how you work, your routine, your daily routine, what you do day in, day out, and how you do it. And your health. Okay. This could also have something relating to pets. Okay, we got pets there as well. So yeah, pets may have issues during this time as well. May have. They may become a little bit more adventurous, you know, take on that energetic, adventurous energy of the Sagittarius energy. They could. They may want to go and adventure, you know. Suddenly your cat's missing and you're like, why is my cat missing? Where is my cat? And then a week later they come back home because they went on an adventure. Okay, something like that. All right. They may have issues with the hips. Sagittarius is half human, half horse, and the horse is associated with the hips. Okay, so they may have issues relating to their hips. You may have issues relating to your hips because it's the health house. Okay. But let's see what the cards are also saying. Okay, the cards are the visual aspect as we tap into the energetic field of, it's a forecast. It's not what is set in stone or anything like that. Okay, so the possibilities here. So there is a new chapter opening up. Yes, we do see that because the page is like a baby. Okay, like a new fresh energy. There is a new chapter in your daily routines, how you do things. Yes, work life and health related matters. You're asked to take action relating to some sort of physical activity, because the fire energy here represents physical activity. Okay, so it could be like exercising, and anything that is boring, that you do not resonate towards, you're asked to kind of like not to lose your motivation or make it interesting. You're asked to make it interesting. You're asked to do what feels interesting rather than, you know, putting up with something that is not fun, and that it's meant to be fun. That's what I'm getting, the message. Because when we see the Page of Cups here, the Page of Cups is like a child, and they're doing what is fun, okay? So you have to choose something that feels fun, okay, when it comes to exercising. Go dancing if you want to, okay? And you're also asked to look at anything, everything and anything that you haven't used for the last couple of years, okay? Well, they're saying to me 4 years, okay? In the last 4 years, what is it that you have not used? That's in your closet, that's in your garage, that is in your basement, or in the roof, or that is part of your stationery, that is, I don't know, okay, anything, absolutely anything. You're asked to take a look at it, really, really good look at it, and say, you know, do I really need this? Maybe it's time to donate it or get rid of it, you know, like release it from my life. Because it's taking up space, and space is energy, and it is not making my space more efficient, so I need to release this, okay? There's also money associated here, which is the downside here, okay? It's saying that if you are starting, say, a new diet or exercise program, or you want to rearrange your environment to make a little office where you can work, etc. So however you may, you know, you may sort out these new arrangements, they could really challenge you relating to the responsibilities that you have towards family. And the reason why you're being challenged because of a family or your relationships is relating to finances, money, okay? So it's like, I need a desk, and to be able to buy a desk, you need money. If there's something that you can convert into a desk and just spruce it up and, you know, do what you can with that, that would be good. But if you don't have anything and you need money to get a new desk, for example, you need the money for it, it could put a lot of challenges between you and family, or you and relationships, okay, where there are shared financial matters. Now, this can also be overcome, because we get the Ten of Swords here, which is saying that you can overcome this. So you're going to sort out these issues. You're going to sort out your health issue, your working situation, and your financial connections with, or shared finances with, the people in your life. You'll sort them out. Okay, Ten of Swords here is saying that it's going to be sorted out, where you will be able to move past these situations, okay? The other thing I'm getting here with the Four of Cups is that anything that is not resonating and is bringing in boredom or lack of motivation in relation to your daily routines also needs to be looked at and altered, okay? So that's what I'm getting there. Okay, so that's for you, Cancer. So enjoy the energies of this moon. Okay, so next we've got Leo. Okay, Leo, let's have a look and see what comes through for you. Now, before I do the cards, I'll just talk a little bit about where you are astrologically during this moon. Okay, so you are in the 5th house. Okay, the 5th house is actually the house of Leo. It's the creative house. It's the fun house. It is very much Leo house. Well, I would say it is very much the Leo house. Yeah. So, but this house is also known as the romance house or the love house or creative projects house. Okay. It can also relate to children. Okay. So whether you want to have children, whether you're doing activities with children, you're doing creative projects that involves the addition of children, you know, like you're doing it with the children or for the children, etc. Okay, but let's see what else comes through. Okay, through the visuals. Got a lot of swords here. Wow. Oh, there we go. Ace of Cups and 3 of Wands. So what I'm getting is like a new, it's saying that do not start anything that you, or should I say, the Ace of Cups here is saying if it does not come from the heart, then don't do it. Okay, it needs to be like you're following your heart. It's a passion, it's a desire, it's like feeling the love. Okay. And the other thing here is that it's not the time to, even though it is, you know, you're in the love and relationship or love and responsibilities type and romance house, it's not for permanent relationships. It's just, you know, romance. Okay. So don't take it seriously. That's another thing that's coming through. If it's not new, it will not make you feel passionate. That's what I'm getting. So expand your creative perspectives. Okay, that's another energy that I'm getting. It's a good time to take up a hobby, but what I have with this 5 of Swords here is it's saying that if there's negative self-talk, then and you're not, you know, like you're saying you can't do it, then, you know, you're energetically bringing your energies down where you will not be able to do it. The other thing that I'm getting with the King of Swords, okay, there's a lot of this technological interruption. Okay, you're asked to do something that is more practical in the creative sense, not technological as much. Now, I'm sure that, you know, maybe a lot of you will be doing creative things with using technology. That's different. You can do that. But I know a lot of people who get stuck with technology and they're not getting any kind of progress happening. They're stuck in that zone of just being there, okay, like social media, nothing else, okay? So what this is saying is that do not let technology suppress your creative side. You can use it to be more productive, but the best thing to do is to be more practical, okay, using practical means. So you can take up a new hobby, start creative projects, if it's, you know, something that's coming from the heart, you should do this. You should expand your perspective in regards to this. If you're already in a relationship, this may mean that, you know, you're starting a new phase in your relationship, which is also this, okay? But you may have issues in regards to your daily routine and responsibilities, okay? There could be like not being able to find win-win situations when it comes to your relationship responsibilities. And it may be like a clash when it comes to not being able to share enjoyable moments together with loved ones. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here as well. The Ten of Swords is saying to you that you need to end the technological interruptions or being sidetracked, okay? It's keeping you asleep, okay? You need to take control of that. You need to take control of how you allow the creative side of you to work in a more holistic way, okay? And you need to follow your heart when it comes to that. If you really, really want to do, I don't know, ceramics, for example, do it instead of watching Pinterest accounts where people are doing ceramics constantly, okay, for example. So you need to be more practical rather than at the mind level, because the sword here all represents the mind, okay? So that's what I'm getting, okay? So enjoy the energies of this Sagittarius new moon, Leo. Next we've got Virgo. Okay, let's see what comes through for Virgo. Okay, so while I'm shuffling, I'll just mention that Virgo, you are in, so Virgo, sun, moon or rising, doesn't matter where you are, you have to choose your sun, moon or rising. If you've got Virgo there, it means astrologically you are in the 4th house. Okay, what does this mean? The 4th house relates to family and home or homeland, motherland, okay? The 4th house is all about that. And let's see what's coming through. So the moon is also associated with mother energy, okay? I did say motherland, so yeah, it can relate to your mother, or even your father, but the moon is connected to mother energy. It's kind of like looking at new beginnings relating to, it can even mean, like, if it's not your mother, it can mean you as the mother, okay? You being the mother as well, okay? So it can go both ways. Now, when we look at the cards and the energies of the Sagittarius new moon, what I'm getting is that there is a new beginning with the new moon, okay, in your family and your home, okay, in your family and your home. You maybe you're looking for a new home, maybe you're buying something for the home, maybe you are decorating something in the home, something about your home, something about your family. Maybe everyone, say for example, if you're the mother and you have children, maybe all your children are doing something with their homes if you're not doing anything, okay? It could be like one's buying a house, one's decorating a house, one is selling their house or something like that. Okay, something about the home is coming through. Or this could be you, if you are, you know, if you're not a mum, for example, because I'm getting a lot of this mum energy. Maybe your mother is coming to assist you at home with all of your things relating to home matters, because I'm getting a lot of this mother energy coming through. Okay, but it's like a new beginning relating to your family in general, and home or house. Okay, like I said, you may be buying something for your house, or there could be a solution found that relates to a family issue. Okay, so maybe you've got children and your children are not talking to each other. Okay, and you're the mum, for example, and this is being sorted out. Or it could be maybe you're not talking to a sibling. It could also be that maybe you're not talking to a sibling. Okay, something is being sorted out with success. There's agreements coming through. Okay, and celebrations to be celebrated within the family. Maybe someone's getting married. Okay, that's a celebration. That could be the celebration. You may also be deciding to make changes in regards to how you set your home up. You may decide to change where the living room is in your home. Okay, moving the furniture around. You may want to make space in your home or change your furniture. But there's also something, you know, what I'm getting here with the Two of Pentacles is that if you are not careful with the money, okay, you may overspend. So you need to be, it's like, you know, you need to put away some money for a rainy day kind of thing, because this may be used during this time for the home or something to do with the home or family. Maybe you're buying extra Christmas presents or something for Christmas dinner. So whatever the situation may be, there is something relating to home, house and family, okay, that's coming through. But it is coming through as some situation being agreed on in a successful matter where love is binding the members together, and celebrations are coming through. Okay, so celebrations such as celebrating Christmas, celebrating birthdays, or weddings, engagements, or just, you know, gratitude, celebrating that everyone is connecting and in communication with each other within the family, and no one's kind of like offended and they're happy. Okay, it's that kind of energy as well. All right, so everyone will experience it very differently, but these are the energies that I'm getting. Okay, so Virgo, enjoy the Sagittarius new moon. Okay, next we've got Libra. Libra, let's have a look and see what comes through for you for this Sagittarius new moon. Okay. So Libra, what I see here is that, you know, astrologically you are what is known as in the third house, what is known the third house, okay, in astrology. The third house relates to communications. It relates to your immediate environment, your community, your local area. It relates to elementary school, lower learning, not higher learning, lower learning. It relates to siblings, okay, and your relationships with those close to you. So what do I see here for you? I've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess is ruled by the moon energy. It is the moon ruling the High Priestess. Okay, there's this energy that relates to sharing and caring. There's this energy that relates to not being able to accept even though someone is giving. So what I see here is that, you know, you may have, you may be learning, okay, I do get that learning coming through. The High Priestess represents learning, but it also represents intuition, okay, so it's, intuition is more like emotion, okay, it's not like a how would I say it, cognizant perception. Intuition is more so like emotion, okay, it's like what you feel, or it's more like sentience, okay, it's like the emotion or the feeling. It's not like a clairvoyant ability. It's not like, you know, where you have the ability to see something in your mind's eye, but it's more like, it's like the emotion of emotion as well as the sensing, okay, like a combination of those. So the High Priestess here is saying that it's almost like you can sense what the people around you are going to say. It's like, or they know what you're going to say, or sense what you're going to say. It's almost like before you say anything, they know. It's like a telepathic kind of connection coming through, okay? So during this new moon energy, there will be different doors opening up to the way you communicate, the way you learn, and the way you connect, okay, as well. So it's almost telepathic. That's all I can say. It's very, I'm not going to say it's psychic, I'm going to say it's telepathic. That's what I'm getting. It's almost like you can sense what they're going to say, or what they're saying about you, or they're thinking about before they say anything, okay? So and when it comes to learning, it's a great month for you to learn anything, even if it's like if it's something that you are learning for like a couple of days, okay, like a short course, a mini course. That's what the third house is also about, you know. It's relating to mini courses, not like a long course, you know, a long time duration course, like a doctorate's degree or a master's degree or anything like that. It's like a mini course, you know, like you can take for a day or for a weekend, or for even like for a couple of months, okay, like those kind of courses, even you know, courses that go up to say 6 months, or the ones that you can do at your own pace kind of thing, okay. So what this means is that you have the ability to fully absorb the energy of the knowledge that you're learning, that you start during this time, okay. So if you do start something like a course, you'll fully internalize it, fully absorb the knowledge of that. Okay. Also, in regards to how you communicate and relate, it's not just communication, but it's also relating to others, especially, you know, people that are close to you, like siblings, for example, or friends. Okay, this is saying that are you being honest? Are you being sincere? Are you truly seeing yourself equal to them? Or, you know, are you seeing yourself more above them? Or, and you're kind of like looking at them in that perspective? Or are you looking at them as if they are more above you? Okay, so this is kind of like saying to you that you really need to look deep into the situation when you're relating to others and how you communicate with them. Communication is very important during this time. If you do not communicate at equal levels with your siblings or the people around you, your friends, etc., it's not just you, the people around you could also be very intuitive and pick up that you're being pushy and you're treating them like a pushover. Okay, you're being someone who is very snobby, or you're making yourself lesser than them, and they're picking this up and you're allowing them to push you around. Okay, so you need to see yourself and the other person as equal, okay, and have the right to be that way, have the right to respect and love, and you need to be sincere, because whatever you are is what you will reflect. Okay, you also have to have a look at whether you have the ability to receive and give. Okay, that's the other thing that I'm getting here. So you may begin a new course of study, okay, and you'll be fully internalizing it. There's also a possibility of taking a short trip, okay, somewhere. This one here, the Hangman, is saying, well, you know, what I said about how you should communicate, etc. You have to see their perspective when you're communicating. If you do not see their perspective and continue communicating in a way that your perspective is always right, okay, this will not allow the relationship to be healthy, okay, and vice versa, same thing, okay. What I also see is I think there's some sort of news coming your way suddenly. Okay, that's what I was saying before as well. And it's related to your immediate surroundings. Okay. It's quick and noticeable. The news is coming very quickly, and it's like right there. It's like you just cannot ignore it. Okay. Now the news doesn't have to be like a message or a text or a phone call. It could be a sudden occurrence, okay, of something where it's there right in front of you, very noticeable. But I feel as though something may hold you back, like family responsibility. Okay, if you plan to do anything, family responsibility will hold you back. But it's not going to really hold you back. It may slow you or delay you a little bit, but it won't hold you back. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So that's what's coming through with the messages. Okay, yeah, enjoy. the energies of the new moon, Libra. Okay, last but not least, normally you're not last, Scorpio, but this time you are, because I started the reading with Sagittarius. Okay, so last but not least, Scorpio, let's see what comes through for you relating to this Sagittarius new moon. Okay, so according to astrology, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you are in the second house. Okay, the second house is related to your finances and your values. Okay, it relates to your money, the money that you earn personally, not shared, just yours. Okay, and what does this mean for you? Let's see what comes through. Yes, there's something new coming through. See, money and resources. You're sitting on your pile of money and there as well. Okay, so it's not a shared family, shared resource or money that this is about. It's about what you earn by yourself. Okay, see, one person there opposed to a family. So Scorpio, during this new moon, this will be like a new situation. Got the Fool here, which represents the 0 card. It is the embryo card, or the seed. It is a brand new phase in your financial situation. Okay, and because it's a brand new phase, you may be faced with challenges, which may lead you to seek new sources of income, or you may decide to increase your income and choose to seek new sources of income. Okay, in other words, you may choose to change your job, for example, because the amount of money that you're earning is not enough. You want something that pays more. Okay, or you may choose to seek new sources of income, new ways of making money. You need to be really, really serious about this decision. Okay, so you need to take more serious and planned steps to achieve your goals, and you will achieve them if you do. Okay, so what I have here is that you really need to go inwards. You really need to sit with this information and take a really good look at where you are, what you can be, what you want to do, what you want to experience, etc., etc. Okay, so taking a good hard look at everything, meditating on this situation. You need to also overcome certain obstacles. You may ask someone to assist you, which, you know, they will assist you in this. Do not let this reflect onto family as much. Okay, so if you have family responsibilities, especially in the financial area, you're asked to make sure you take these steps after you have secured your responsibilities towards your family and home. Okay, so you've done what you have to do. You put aside money, and you've saved up. So while you're looking for something else or planning to do something else, you've got the money to do what you have to do in regards to family responsibilities while you're starting your next step in your financial income source. Okay, and I do see that you will be able to make the right choices if you do meditate on it. Okay, so we've got this guru like hermit like energy meditating on it, and we also have someone meditating here. Okay, you need to rest the mind first. That's very important. Okay, so you need to take more serious and planned steps to achieve your goals in this area. Okay, take a really good look at your values, what is more important, okay, and make decisions according to that, and seriously make a plan and take action as such. That's what I'm getting as a message. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So that's for you, Scorpio. Enjoy the energies of the new moon.